are starting in EPCOT. We're in France. We've just come off Ratatouille for the third time on this trip because it's such a lovely ride, so you should absolutely try and do it. And the standby line is not long. It said 40 minutes when we got in, about 15. So well worth it, even if it is a bit of a longer wait, but it's usually not. So that's the start of our day, and we have Genie Plus again today. We've already booked Frozen for something like 12. What are you laughing?
There's a guy, I think he wants to say, just to get customers out of the way.
We're vlogging a lovely cast member as well. But yeah, no, we've got a lightning lane for Frozen at like 12, something like that. That's a hard one to get here because kind of like Animal Kingdom, there aren't a huge amount of rides. So anything that's like kind of popular is snagged up pretty quickly. But we absolutely are still going to be here at around 12, so that's totally fine. And then it's on to Magic Kingdom for the end of the night. But the weather forecast is really bad today. It's raining currently at the moment behind us, so we're under a shelter right now. And it's really cloudy, and it was very windy. It doesn't look to be that windy at the moment. But when we were coming in on the Skyliner, it was so windy. There's the weather. But yeah, no, it was super windy on the Skyliner, so that was a little bit nerve-wracking, but it was fine. We got here in one piece, it was totally fine. We trust Disney. So yeah, it might not be open when we're leaving this park, which would be a little bit annoying because we'll have to get a bus, but look, we got in, we got one leg of the journey. The Skyliner is so easy and so brilliant. Like when it's obviously in your resort, which it is for us, it's so handy. And ours is the like central point, so ours goes to everywhere. Where like if you're staying in I don't know, the Riviera or like Pop Century or whatever, you have to get the Skyliner to our resort to then change to go to like Hollywood Studios or whatever. So we just can go anywhere we want in one trip from our resort, so that's very handy. So we're loving that. But we may have used it for the last time on this trip based on the weather. So we're tired, but we're gonna go and get some food and see what else we can do. We're just gonna lightning lane pretty much whatever we want to do because we have it, and you might as well, even though the wait times aren't that long today. I think probably because of the weather, and also I think just EPCOT wait times, just there's a couple of big ones, and then other than that everything else is usually pretty quick. So we're just gonna lightning lane anyway, just because we paid for it, so we might as well. So off to the boulangerie, and I'm going to try loads of treats that I want to try because it's my last opportunity too. So I'm just gonna have like a really weird breakfast full of like chocolate mousse and sandwiches, and it's gonna be great.
One of those. No, that was very moussey, wasn't it?
Anyway, we'll see you later. So after a very long queue in the boulangerie, we got our turkey and bacon whatever sandwich. It's like a BLT with turkey. I wanted to try this. It's like a chocolate and white chocolate mousse cake, another beignet, and a box of macarons that I've been dying to try as well. That was Pete's sigh at the fact that he's got wet shorts now.
Got a wet bottom.
He's got specifically a wet bottom. We just did Frozen and we got quite the splash. I'm dry now, didn't really get anywhere bad for me, just got down my leg and a bit of my arm, so that dried really quickly. But poor Pete seems to have sat in a puddle.
I must have sat in a puddle because so it started off as the top of my shorts, and I must have seeped into my bottom because now still, hang on, still very wet. It's very wet at the top of my bottom. So, wet bottom.
I don't know if this is going to make it in.
This is quality content.
You've said bottom so many times.
Yeah, YouTube aren't going to stop you from saying bottom.
It's not YouTube's standards, it's mine. Anyway, yeah, we cracked into the macarons. We had the orange one. I thought it was gross. It was very strong. It was very like marmalade-y and like orange oily, like it was strong. So we're making our way over to Soarin', because that's our next lightning lane. we're just taking in the pretty sights while we're at it. And starting to get sad about the fact that we're not going to see this place again for who knows. But it's so nice here. Although I think that Frozen ride is probably going to go down any minute now, because that was a bumpy ride.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It was a very bumpy ride, so I think that's probably going to go down any minute now. Yeah, over to Soarin' to see Patrick Warburton, say hey to him, and then maybe Spaceship Earth. And we're only going to do test track if we can get a lightning lane, because the queue is so boring for that.
It's like 70 minutes.
Oh, is it up to 70? Oh my god. Yeah, no, you're basically just walking through like a lobby, looking at like, what are they called?
Cars.
No, concept cars. Concept cars. I know the word cars.
Welcome to the future. Or should I say, your future. Here in your future, getting away on vacation is a breeze. Your smart suitcase knows where you're going and what you'll need. And with wind power from your home fueling station, you're off. Don't worry about the house. A PDA with remote control can take care of anything you forgot.
Mixing in the machine.
Alright, we did our rides. And now we're just doing one final walk around the World Showcase. So we've got our last margarita. So just got a classic lime, frozen classic lime. And we're just gonna sip on that while we wander around, take in the last of the sights. And then we gotta haul ass to Magic Kingdom. Start using Genie Plus there, make the most of that. Get as many rides done as we can. And take in the fireworks as well. I'm gonna do that tonight too. Yeah, I got a souvenir. And yeah. Hello, it's a few hours later. There was a bit of a disaster weather-wise. So we have left EPCOT and we are now in Magic Kingdom. We got ourselves a little snack. Got ourselves our margarita, which you saw, and then we also got one of the mint juleps from the. He really liked it. I actually wasn't too much of a fan of it. I think it tasted a little bit too artificially mint for me. That sounds very pretentious, I'm sorry, but that's who I am, so deal with it. But it was really, like, it was so cold, it kept refreezing itself. It's crazy. Oh, there's a jamboree on. But yeah, no, we got that, and then we got the chicken skewer from Japan again. That was really nice. I'm just gonna go over here. But yes, we did that, and now we are in Magic Kingdom because the rain just came down. The skies opened, and it absolutely lashed rain. And we were gonna go to Canada and get the scallops again, just as another little bit of lunch, but we didn't get a chance to do that because it was just absolutely torrential rain. So we left the park. We were again planning to do something different than what happened. We were going to go back to our resort because at the time the weather was okay. We were thinking we could get back to the resort on the Skyliner. I don't think anywhere is less noisy right now. But we thought we'd get back to the resort, drop off some stuff that we had bought, and head back into Magic Kingdom on the bus then. But there are buses that go from one park to another. So because of the weather, Skyliner obviously shut down in that weather. So we just went straight to the bus from EPCOT to Magic Kingdom. We're here now. The rain has settled. It's not happening right now, thankfully. I am still damp, though. It was that bad. My shoes were completely soaked through. But we're in Magic Kingdom now. We got a lightning lane for Thunder Mountain as soon as that came back up. And everything's making noise around me right now. But we've just done Thunder, and we've just got a lightning lane now for Pirates in what, 25 minutes? About 25 minutes. So we've got that, so we're going to head over there, but because we haven't really had anything substantial to eat since breakfast, and even that was mostly sweets, I am really in the mood for something savoury, so I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for something nice and savoury to snack on. on the way over. There's a lovely atmosphere around today, which is very nice for our last day. I really don't want to leave. It's so nice here. But I think I will go and catch the rest of that, whatever's going on over there. And then find something savoury to eat. Alright, so it's been very hard to vlog today because the weather has just been so terrible. I mean, that's a matter of perspective. It's been bad weather for vlogging because it's been very, very rainy, and I don't think my feet have been dry since we left the resort. So, I mean, that's not a pleasant feeling. And I haven't been able to wear my ears because it's just too rainy to wear them and too windy. So they are in a locker. We rented a locker because we had stuff that we bought in EPCOT that we didn't want to be lugging around with us all evening. So we rented a locker, and my ears are in the locker. But what have we done since we last met? We've done Pirates. Did I tell you we did Pirates? We did Pirates again. We did Haunted Mansion. We got our dinner. Oh, the lightning is still going. Got our dinner in Columbia Harbour House, which is a quick service in Liberty Square. It was very tasty. It's mostly like fish and seafood and stuff. It was very good. So we sat there for a little while, and thankfully the weather cleared up quite a bit while we were in there. So it's not currently raining, but it is still very wet. The ground is still very wet, so like you're avoiding puddles. But we just did the Little Mermaid ride there, and that was a walk on. That was sweet, that was nice. And oh, is that running? Oh, okay. So the outdoor ride seems to be running again. We have a lightning lane for Space Mountain right about now.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
We'll go a little bit earlier.
And then we're kind of just going to figure out what to do next. We're not sure if the fireworks are happening tonight, and I think whether or not they are will depend on how much else we're going to do while we're here and when we're going to call it a night, because it feels quiet. It feels like people had left, which I can't blame them. Like, we probably would too if it wasn't our last night. Why are you steering me that way?
Because you were steering yourself towards the speedway.
Oh. Yeah, we probably would have left by now if it wasn't our last night, but we're trying to obviously get as much done as we can.
Jungle Cruise is back open.
Jungle Cruise is back open, and we used our thing. No, we didn't.
Didn't.
Oh, cool. Thank God. Oh my God, karma.
No,
all those
lane,
penny wishes in the
Lightning Lane is
face.
not currently offered, but she will do Space Mountain and we'll...
Oh, we might be able to. Nice, okay. Basically what happened there was we had booked, like early on in the day, we had booked a lightning lane for Jungle Cruise for this evening. But Jungle Cruise, being an outdoor ride, obviously wasn't running for a lot of this evening. And if you have a lightning lane for a time that the ride is down, they will give you like what I've been referring to as like a blank Scrabble tile. So you can pretty much use it at most other rides. There are restrictions on it. You can basically just take that and go off to another ride. You can use it on that same ride again if it opens up again, but yeah, you can basically just take it and do what you want with it. And we were going to just use it on Little Mermaid just because it was there and we didn't think we were going to get it for anything else tonight. But we didn't, we actually just walked right on.
We're still early for Space Mountain.
We're still early for Space Mountain.
Carousel of Progress?
Carousel of Progress. Let's do this. Oh my god, we might actually get things done.
It's not closed.
This is amazing. Okay, all right. And it is actually quite empty around the place. It's actually quite nice. Like there's still plenty of people around, but you're not really like fighting through crowds. Which, I mean, thank God, I'd be done. I think if I had to fight crowds as well as having cold, wet feet, I think I'd be done. We've come up to the wishing well beside the castle to make our final wishes. Oh no, the battery symbol! Oh no! Oh no!
Be quick.
I gotta show you how pretty the castle is before this dies. Because, I mean, the camera's not gonna do it any sense of justice at all. But like, look at that place. Look at it. It's so beautiful. Oh, goodbye castle. Goodbye castle, you're so pretty, I'll miss you. Hi, we're back at the resort now. And I'm all showered. And I have dry feet. Oh, what a luxury. What did we do, I suppose, this evening? It was really hard to vlog. I was really hoping I'd get more stuff tonight, it being our last night, but obviously just with the rain coming down, it was really hard to have the camera out, you know, because as I said before, I don't have any like waterproof stuff for the camera, so I do need to make sure it stays out of the rain, and that rain is just so heavy that like it soaks through things, you know, it's not just a drizzle. It's usually pretty heavy, so camera had to stay in the bag for most of the day, unfortunately. We did get quite a bit done. We met Tiana and Rapunzel as well, which was really nice, and that was pretty much a walk on. There was very little wait for that. That was really nice. Rapunzel was so chatty, she was great. Yeah, I mean, we didn't do a huge amount of rides after dinner because there were things that we didn't need to do. We had already done stuff, and then the stuff that we hadn't done was down. So we just left it. We didn't bother staying until the last minute just to see if we could get them, because we had had enough and we thought we'd leave it like on a good note rather than trudging around for an extra hour with soaking wet feet just for the sake of trying to do Jungle Cruise again, you know. As much fun as Jungle Cruise is, but it just wasn't worth it. So we headed back. We left the parks maybe a little after 10. We went into the Emporium to get a couple of souvenirs, and then we went over to the confectionery because we were going to have a Dole Whip again this evening because we both really liked them, so we were going to have one last Dole Whip. But the Dole Whip place is sort of like semi-outdoors, and there's no like seating or anything like that, so it wasn't really gonna work with the rain, so we had to skip that. And then the other place was the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, which also was really nice that we were thinking of that as well, but same situation, there was no seating. So yeah, we just went to the confectionery, got some treats. They're in a bag. I'll show you actually. They are huge treats. It's insane, the stuff. Like these kind of treats, the bakery stuff, they look perfectly normal sized in the cases, but then when you actually take them home and you hold them by themselves, like, I mean, this is mine. This is a M&M's brownie cookie pie. It looks kind of like a cookie. I'm not really sure exactly, but I just wanted something. That is like to scale, just for a scale reference. It's huge. So that is my treat for this evening. Pete got himself the Snickers Mickey Rice Krispie treat. We actually shared one of these. I don't know if I mentioned it. when we arrived in Magic Kingdom, we actually went to the confectionery and we got a Mickey crispy treat because we hadn't had one yet. And I kept seeing them around online and on Instagram, and I thought they looked really nice. I really like Rice Krispie treats. I think they're really nice, simple, satisfying treats, you know. It was a little bit too sweet for my liking, but Pete really liked it, so he got another one. So he's just in the shower now, so we're gonna have these when he gets out. And we've got Disney TV on. TV here is great because it's got obviously all the standard Disney channels, the Disney Channel, Disney XD, all that sort of stuff, which is great. And then there's also just a channel that shows Mickey Mouse cartoons 24/7. So that's going to be really hard to adjust to not having an old one of the Mickey Mouse cartoons on in the background when you are in the room, because it's really nice. But yeah, that was kind of our evening, and we left, and it was sad to leave, but gotta leave at some point. So it was really beautiful, and it was kind of quiet as well, so we were able to get some nice looking pictures of the castle and Main Street and whatever. But all in all, a really nice last day, even with the weather kind of throwing a little bit of a spanner in the works and changing some plans. It was still a really, really lovely day. So I think I will just get cozy, watch this Mickey Mouse cartoon, and I'll see you tomorrow for our going home vlog. I don't really have anything else to say, so I'll end the vlog here, but thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.